Hi everyone! Today we're going to focus on singing classic musical theater songs that are especially great for young singers in developing healthy vocal technique. So I'm looking at two songs that are good for either boys or girls. So really we can all sing them and enjoy singing them. So they're great for all of us. As a young singer, they're especially helpful in developing your technique. But if you are a more seasoned performer or a veteran performer, they can be helpful in refocusing or thinking about specific vocal basics that we could all use a refresher on. Sometimes I have to think about these things too, and it really helps me to center my voice and make sure my technique is intact, which I find to be extremely important as a singer. So I'm going to jump in. The first song I'm going to look at is Good Night, My Someone from The Music Man. It's a beautiful song. It really has a special meaning for me because I sing it to my twin babies every single night, and I replace the word someone with their individual names. So I adore the piece and I love singing it. And like I said, it's a benefit that it's actually really good for your voice and helps you with your technique. The first thing I want to talk about is it's going to help us to sing in our head voice. When I'm working with a beginner singer, the first thing I start with is head voice, is thinking a little lighter, a little more open and up here. And when we talk about the voice as an instrument, the voice is the body. It's not a keyboard or piano that I can touch. It's not a clarinet that has keys that I can play. The voice is on us. So sometimes we talk about what it feels like to sing and if you're feeling vibrations. So if you're feeling some vibrations in your chest, that's okay. That's just not where this song wants to lie. We don't want our chest voice. We want to think more of our head voice, a little lighter and lifted for Good Night, My Someone. Also, good night, the first word. It is an evening song or a nighttime song or what I would call a lullaby, right? And a lullaby generally isn't going to be really loud and really powerful. It's going to be a little lighter, a little softer. So we want to think about that too when we're examining a song or learning a song. Look at the lyric, good night, my someone. It's not, good night, my someone! That doesn't sound quite right. So we're going to start right at the top. I'm going to sing the first phrase for you. Good night, my someone, good night, my love. And you'll notice my mouth is also pretty round and open. Good night, love, right? We want to think open. Now if you go love, is that too open? Yes, right? We can go to an extreme. So I don't want it too open, but I certainly don't want it closed. I've had many singers that come in, good night, my someone. Their mouth is so closed, they're creating tension here in their vocal cords. They also aren't giving me any diction. I can't understand the words. As singers, it's extremely important that we are clear so that the audience can understand what we're saying, what we're singing about. So let's do that one more time, that first phrase. And before we start singing, and between each phrase, you should make sure you get a nice, low, open, deep breath. I have another whole video on breathing, so feel free to check that out after you watch this. Good night, my someone, good night, my love. Sleep tight, my someone, sleep tight, my love. I'm going to go a little further and it goes a little higher and it opens up. So we still want to think open and back here, back here. Our star is shining its brightest light. For good night, my love, for good night. I'm going to keep going to the second verse now. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be. Sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone, good night. And that is Good Night, My Someone from The Music Man. There are lots of great recordings out there that you can look up and listen to. There's the original Broadway version. There's a Broadway revival that had Rebecca Luker in it. She's a fabulous soprano and she sings this song. There also have been at least 2 movie versions that I am aware of The Music Man. So please track down a recording, listen, see what these other singers sound like. It can help you to develop your sound when you're listening to lots of different singers. I certainly don't want to encourage imitating or impersonating another singer, but it's helpful to hear their sound. Oh, that's the head voice. Or, oh, I see they took a breath here. Or to hear their phrasing, to hear their dynamics, to hear how different singers interpret the same song. Because I can guarantee you that if I listen to 4 versions of the song, each one will sound different because it's really the individual singer bringing their individual sound and their individual lyric interpretation. So that's a really big part of performing too. Excellent. We're going to jump into a second piece. And the second piece is an awesome song for helping vocalists to become better musicians and to understand music. So this song is from The Sound of Music. It's called Do, Re, Mi. And if you have never seen the movie version of The Sound of Music with Julie Andrews, please try to check it out. It comes on TV at least once a year. It's a great, great movie. And it really gives you a lot of examples of kids singing because Do, Re, Mi is sung by actual children with Miss Julie Andrews in the movie singing as well, or with the character Maria singing with them and leading them. And it helps us to learn about a scale. A scale is this. And I use scales all the time to warm up my voice, to help my students to develop their phrasing and their legato line and singing on pitch. And really it can be so helpful for so many things. So it's important to know what a scale is and to be able to sing it correctly. The other thing this does is it uses the scale and it uses solfege. Don't worry if you can't remember that word, but solfege are just these words. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And we're going to start at the beginning of the song, Do, a deer. I'm sure many of you heard this before somewhere or through a music class at school or at a summer camp or somewhere along the line in your singing journey. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, oh, 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 do. And when I sing this, it's a really fun song. So I think that we can think about what those words are. We can think about having really good diction, which just means that I can understand every word you're saying, that you're pronouncing every word really clearly. And we can add some movement or actions, especially for my young singers. This is a good way to remember the words and to have a little bit of fun with the song. So if I'm doing do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink of jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, oh, 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 do. So that's just a fun way to add some movement and have fun with it. And you'll notice I just sang that with no piano. That's a word called a cappella. And a cappella singing is extremely helpful for singers to learn about pitch and really focus on singing on the correct pitch, even when they can't hear it on the piano. So I think that's great for practice all the time. And the other thing you can do is put all of those words together like I did earlier. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And it builds a scale. We're going to go really slowly and do that together. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So do. And that's how they end the piece in The Sound of Music. Great job, everyone. Keep on singing and listen to some of these great classic golden age Broadway musicals. There's so much to learn, so many great songs, and they really can help us to develop good, healthy vocal technique that can help us in learning music of all kinds. So great job today. Keep on singing. Until next time, everyone.